Hi guys, just want to make a correction to my last video. The end of Ramesside period, Ramesses III was followed not by 100 kings. He was followed by 8 kings. I don't know how I got that as 100. This should say 8 kings, and I have corrected this right here. Ramesses III was followed by a rapid succession of 8 kings in less than 100 years. Okay, they all took the name Ramesses, and we talked about the last 2 points already. Now, one more thing we need to talk about before we enter the third intermediate period is the Tomb of the Nobles. Located in the Theban necropolis near Luxor, the Tomb of the Nobles are the burial places of some of the powerful courtiers and the persons of the ancient city. So we have the Valley of the Kings, we have the Valley of the Queens, and then we have Tomb of the Nobles. So you should know where it is located. So it's Theban necropolis near Luxor, not the Luxor Hotel in Las Vegas, although the theme is the same. Anyway, so another site is Dar al Medina, and some people write this as Medina, is the Valley of the Workmen of the Valley of the Kings. Okay, it's a village of the workmen of the Valley of the Kings. Settlement's ancient name was Setmad, which means the place of the truth. The workmen who lived there were called servants in the place of the truth. So just remember that. So the Valley of the Kings was obviously a feature of the New Kingdom period. Now we begin our journey into the third intermediate period and then the late period. So we're approaching our end in the Egyptian civilization, in the history of Egyptian civilization. So the third intermediate period refers to the time in ancient Egypt from the death of Ramesses XI in 1070 BC to the foundation of the 26th dynasty. So Ramesses XI was 20th dynasty, and the foundation of the 26th dynasty by Smatic I in 664 BC, following the expulsion of the Nubian rulers of the 25th dynasty. So dynasties 21 to 25. Egyptian decline throughout the first millennium BC. First millennium BC would be the Iron Age, which spans from 1000 BC to 1st BC. About 1000 BC, Egypt lost military control over Nubia. So remember, like if I just scroll up a little bit here, we talked about Ramesses III, who took control, not Ramesses III. Where do we have Nubians? Right here, Ramesses II, Egypt controlled Nubia. So that has changed now. Nubia is revolting. Right. So they're losing control over Nubia at about 1000 BC. Its Asiatic empire gradually broke up. Mixed fortune during this period, decline and resurgence. For a little while, Libyans took control. So Libyans were people who who the Egyptians controlled. They were controlled by Ramesses III, as we mentioned, and in the 25th dynasty, Egypt was controlled by Nubians. Okay, so now we have Nubian pharaohs. 25th dynasty, the Nubian dynasty, or the Kushite Empire. So you may have heard of that name, Kushite Empire, before. Lines of rulers originating from the kingdom of Kush began with Kashta's invasion of Upper Egypt and culminated in several years of war with the Assyrians that forced Kushites back to their homeland. So there were these Egyptian rulers, the Nubians took over, the Nubians were defeated by Assyrians, and then Assyrians took over. Now, Uraeus. It is a symbol of kingship in Egypt, represented by a cobra in an upright position, worn as a head ornament or crown. This symbol protected the king and was an agent of his destructive powers, spitting fire, and associated with the goddess Wadjet. Now, a double Uraeus was a plain Kushite cap. Now, this is actually, Uraeus is an artifact is a Nubian artifact. That's what they're trying to say here, okay? So it says right here, possible that it represents rulers of Egypt.